back to the channel, guys and girls. Today we're ripping the truck up north yet again for second ice. We're gonna try to catch some brookies today, and I'm very optimistic that we're gonna catch some fish today. I have minnows, I have worms, I have eggs, I have jawjackers, I have stuff to make a sight fishing hole. I brought my auger today because there's too much ice last time, if you guys saw the first ice video. And I want to tell you guys that I'm like super happy for everybody that watches my videos. It's just like, this is what I do for a living. The more you guys watch, the more content I make. That's just how it works. So make sure you leave comments below. I don't care what it is, if it's a question or if it's saying, Josh, how's your day going? How was the rest of your fishing trip? Like, I don't care what you comment below. Make sure you comment below, because that's how I know you guys are watching my video, especially my long-term subscribers. Make sure you comment below, and I really appreciate it. So I'm optimistic we're gonna catch some brookies today. Thank you very much for watching. See you on the ice. Trying to stay optimistic, but it is an absolute snow squall blizzard right now out there, and it is so windy. But we're going out anyways. I'm slowly getting dressed. I don't know if there's no place to hide in this lake, like none whatsoever from the wind, so it's gonna be a tough haul. I don't know what we're gonna do.
All right, I drilled the sight fishing hole, which is right there, and I drilled some holes kind of all around me. This is the only cove that doesn't have wind. And I'm gonna step out in front of this point here to show you guys how. Probably the worst weather I've ever fished in. Like extremely, extremely bad. So we're gonna try to sight fish, chat a little bit. This microphone I have on my lapel here, lapel mic, is a Tascam DR10L, I think. It is phenomenal for wind cutout. So if you're ever doing some sort of filming like this where it's windy as crap, this is the one you got. I'll leave the link to that below. But let's get set up here. Let's get some shiners down. Let's get some bait down. Let's set up some snappers because I have the availability to do that right now. Actually, let's set up a tip up first. We're gonna set up a tip up pretty far over here. These were gifted to me by a family friend years ago, and I've slowly put them together so they're functional. And I got this new bait bucket, which is beyond the bait bucket, where you can do this. You can lift it out, drain the water out, and you don't have to get your hands as wet. Here we go, let's put that one down. Biggest issue is going to be wind flags today, but we'll see what we can do. Let's drop a few eggs down the old sight fishing hole. You want to count how many you put in? I'm putting in 3. 1, 2, 3. Just to see if anything's cruising this shoreline here. We got a flag already. Hard to tell if it's wind or not. Just wind. Let's set up a snapper with a trout worm beside me here. I feel like we should set a tip up out deep just for giggles. Well, welcome to the sight fishing hole, guys. It is the worst weather I've ever fished in, wind-wise. I mean, it is absolutely atrocious. This got to be I would say 20 to 25 mile per hour gust, like constant. It is ridiculous. But we have some lines set out. We have a sight fishing hole below me, which I'm gonna show you on this camera right here. We're not in a pristine spot. I'm just gonna let you guys know that ahead of time. I am literally tucked in a little cove here. It's the only spot where there is no wind. That's all I can do, really. Drove a couple hours to get up here, so I'm gonna set up one more rod here in a second with a rattle trap to lure fish into the area, and hopefully that helps. And we're hoping that brook trout are just kind of cruising the shoreline here. And like I said before, one of my favorite baits is a lipless crank. I prefer rattle trap, shiny. Shinier the better. Makes a ton of noise down there. You can rip up weeds, which stirs up bugs, all sorts of stuff. So I usually have at least a couple sizes in my tackle box for the winter time. Now I don't normally catch fish on it, but it calls them in for sure, especially like perch, lake trout. They just love it. So what we're doing is we're just ripping that rattle trap and basically gonna do a bait and switch here. And the jig I got on is my my 7mm tungsten jig, available on my website, with a like a 2-inch paddle tail cut down to about 1 inch. Just want to give a subtle presentation, and I'm using the Circle Tackle stub nose rod they just released this year. It's great for sight fishing, so your rod's not like way past where you're actually fishing, or if it's super windy like today, which we've already discussed. Oh, if I haven't said what we're fishing for yet, we're fishing for brook trout, obviously. Part of the char family. They are super aggressive when they want to be, but we should go out and check that that wind flag and at least reset it. So let's go do that. All right, comment. I brought chicken wings for lunch. They're not gonna make it to lunch. Comment below how many of you eat your lunch way before it's like even noontime. You just think about it all day. At least I am. Ooh. Guys, there's a brook trout down there. See him? He's really, really tiny. Oh, there's multiple of them. I got brook trout right below me, guys. They're down there eating the eggs. Crap. Crap, guys. None of those brook trout were big enough to even eat any of the shiners that I had, but maybe the worm, if they get to it. Those are 2 or 3 very, very beautiful brookies. They look like they were, I think they stuck fingerlings in here, so they're probably fingerlings, but they should have been bigger by now, I would think. Feeding all summer long. So we've stirred up the water quite a bit. Just hope some brookies come back, I guess. All right, guys, it's time to move spots. We haven't seen anything in about an hour or so. We're gonna go pack up, move closer to the boat launch, basically, and drill another sight fishing hole, pack some stuff in the truck, and then see what happens. I dropped my very expensive camera in the water when I stepped out of the shack somehow. It was like laying on something, and it makes no sense to me. But it is what it is. That's why we have insurance. I'm trying to dry it out right now in the truck, so let's pack up. It's going to be wet and windy here for a little bit. All right, so we're at spot number 2. The other spot that I was just about to go to has so much water on it. As soon as I drilled the hole, all the water flushed in there, and so that would have happened like non-stop. So we're not going there. Jeez. Just a quick update. We've moved kind of over into the main wind channel on the lake, and it is atrocious. If I sit up, this shack is gone. So we're gonna jig here for like another 10 minutes, and then we're gonna call it a trip. This is third time getting skunked on this lake. I did see fish this morning, which was exciting. I'm not gonna let it beat me. I will come back. I don't know why I'll come back, but I will come back and try to catch some brookies. But weather is just like, see this? I got rain coming in through the vent up top here. It's just crazy outside. All right, so we're here with Woods and Weaves Outdoors. I'll leave a link for his channel below. That's my cousin John. He does ice fishing and lake, but much the same stuff that I do, but more bass fishing. And we're out in that pond again that I got first ice on. I was out here Wednesday in the worst weather I've ever fished. So that might be the start of this video. I did sight fish 2 brookies, but didn't catch them. So we're gonna try to do that again today. Sight fish and set up jaw jackers and snappers and stuff. So see what we do. So local police did show up as soon as we pulled in, and we ended up talking to him for a minute, and I told him what I did, and he did not look like he wanted to be on YouTube, and he got a call from probably some Karen saying there's people on the ice. So he was just calling to ask how much ice there was and if we were safe, and I said, yeah, we're good. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. And he drove off. So that's still early.
Yeah, you can get out there pretty easy. 5 inches maybe? Oh, that's pretty more than I thought. Yeah, it's not too bad. Barely setting up, there was a guy taking pictures of him, so setting up a little bit longer than normal.
Yeah, the police sort of came up and checked on us, made sure we were safe.
They check your license too?
No, they didn't give a shit.
I got to dig out my microspikes. They're still in my hiking bag, I guess, until we get some snow on. There's actually pretty good ice. Yeah.
Yeah, there's really good ice.
Too. Obviously, the short melted a little bit, but. All jaw jackers? Just the jaw jackers and 1 jigger.
2 snappers, and we have a sight fishing hole too.
Nice.
Let me.
Around here, we put a bunch in here. So.
Yeah, 12,000 small ones, and I got mine on my phone, but it's gonna take me a second.
Actually, you know what? You picked a good day because this is usually whipping. This
I was here Wednesday.
Yep.
It was miserable.
Okay.
It was miserable.
Wednesday was brutally windy.
Oh yeah, it was snow squalls, 30-mile-per-hour wind. I could barely open my truck door.
Yep.
And I saw 2 sight fish, 2 little tiny brookies, didn't catch them.
Yep.
And then I went home.
Salmon eggs or worms, or what are you going with?
I was just jigging with just a little plastic and a jig.
Yep. Because I know they do well with the salmon eggs. They'll drop.
Yeah, that's what we got on.
Drop a few on the bottom and then come back, check the holes a little while later, see which ones were picked up, and then put something down. So.
Yep, that's what we're running. Well, that's what we're running the jaw jackers, but.
Power. Yep, that and the worms. I mean, if you buy a tub of worms, even just stick a worm on there. I mean, that's
Is there any good ones in here?
There are some pretty decent ones in here, yeah. Because this gets, was it 2-year-olds as well? So,
yeah. But you don't fall sock it, do you?
This is not. So
yeah.
I don't.
Which is unfortunate because it's freaking.
But Streeter Pond gets fall stocks. Perfect.
Yeah, Pond was open on half open on Monday, and it's probably all open.
Stocks, and we put in a bunch of nice rainbows.
So yeah.
That one, it's one of the. After this, that's gonna probably be the next one to catch. But between that and the lake, but lake, it's so much pressure.
Yeah, we just fished there this morning. Thank you guys very much for watching. This lake has now smoked me 3 separate times and broke my Milwaukee drill, my camera lens, and now my camera. So I will not be going back. It has a curse against me, and the fishing's not great. Woods and Weeds Outdoors, I'll leave a link for his channel below. We had 10 lines down for 3 hours and not a single nibble. I mean, it was perfect weather. Couldn't ask for a better day. Anyways, met some awesome people, got some cool photos, which I'll post right here that are pretty cool. And well, thanks for watching. Weather's been, I would say, miserable up here. It's like 50 degrees out for ice fishing. So I'm gonna keep trying for ice and keep releasing some videos that are ice fishing related for you guys. Thanks again for watching. Make sure you subscribe. And if you want to support the channel, my website link is below, so you can buy the baits that I used and hoodies and hats that help the channel and that helps fund me going out and fishing. Thanks for watching.